Well, I don't know about you, but I just love listening to the patronising voice of a self-righteous feminist telling us that we're all wrong for seeing feminism for exactly what it is. So I thought I would share the love with you.
Feminism has become something of a dirty word in certain circles.
Yeah, no shit. Maybe it's because when people do speak out against feminism, it's not greeted with fair debate, but instead, the underhanded tactics of personal attacks.
Lately, a lot of high-profile women like Shailene Woodley, Meryl Streep, and Marion Cotillard have gone on record saying they are not feminists.
But remember, feminism is for men too. But we only care that these women have said they're not feminists. Well, I personally won't miss the devastating effect it's had in our universities.
There's even a group called Women Against Feminism.
So, what's wrong with that? You see, unlike what feminists seem to think, I think women are independent, intelligent people that aren't required by virtue of their gender to be a part of your cult. But as soon as they don't call themselves a feminist, they're scolded for thinking for themselves and doing what they want to do. Talk about a mixed message.
But what are these women really saying when they declare they aren't feminists?
I fucking hate this argument. What are these women really saying? Well, they're saying they aren't feminists, because that's what they're really saying. Do not put words in their mouth. No means no.
What they think they're saying is, I don't hate men.
No, what they think is what they're actually saying. And that is that they're not feminists. It's not a fucking hard concept to grasp, even for people as simple-minded as you two seem to be.
I love men.
I don't think women are better than men.
I'm not that kind of woman. You know, the crazy, bra-burning, feminazi kind.
Well, let's face it, why the fuck would you want to belong to a group that tolerates these kind of people dragging your name through the mud? And instead of getting mad at the name being abused by these people, you get mad at everyone else for reacting to their behaviour.
I'm a cool woman.
Well, I've personally never heard an anti-feminist say that before, and I'm pretty sure I've spoken to more than you have.
I don't want to put women above men.
For anyone who needs a refresher, this is what feminism means at its core.
I think feminists giving us the dictionary definition of feminism is most likely the most patronising thing you can ever experience in your entire life. And the irony is, the feminism they're attempting to convince you to join has absolutely nothing to do with the definition that they spit at you. So I'm going to do you all a favour and cut that little section out of this video for you. You're welcome.
Hating men and being a feminist are actually not connected at all. Not even a little bit.
Did you know that gassing the Jews and the Nazi parties are not connected? Not even a little bit. But, considering the two went hand in hand, much like feminism and man-hating, I don't usually like resorting to Hitler comparisons, but it's just so apt.
Feminism is about equality of the sexes, but right now, one sex has a lot more power than the other.
You're right. The power women hold right now is exceptionally disproportionate. All a woman has to do to destroy a man's life and reputation is simply accuse him of rape. Even if later on it turns out she was lying, there's very little chance she'll face any consequences, and for some strange reason she'll be lauded as a hero by the social justice community. It's sickening, and that's just one example.
Men are not systematically oppressed based on their gender, and that's a fact.
Well, fellas, I don't know about you, but I'm certainly feeling like this feminism is for everybody. How about you? You know that little angry face that was recently added to Facebook? Well, I am doing that so hard right now.
But women are, and that's a fact too.
And the only links provided are to their various social media pages. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say you poured all your energy into looking up the dictionary definition of feminism, but didn't bother to look up the definition of facts.
So if you believe any of the following,
Reproductive rights.
My views on this topic are somewhat controversial, but I stand by them. A woman has the ability to abort a pregnancy up to a point, and that's fine, but I have absolutely no control beyond the tip of my own penis. I think there should be equality here too. It'll obviously take a lot of time to work out a system that would actually work, without it screwing over one party or the other. But my general thoughts are, in the event a man gets a woman pregnant by accident, say a condom splits or something like that, he should have the ability to opt out of all parental responsibilities for the same amount of time that a woman can choose to abort that child. I just think that nobody should be able to force somebody else into parenthood. Let me know if you agree or disagree. I'll be curious to hear your input.
equal pay for equal work,
I don't need to believe it. It's the law.
seeing diverse bodies, ethnicities, and gender expressions on screen and in magazines.
Well, that's not a feminist issue, but let's take this very video explaining it to us. 100% of the screen time is taken by women. Where's the gender equality there? 50% of the cast is black. That's overrepresentation. Where are the Asians? Where are the LGBTQ and all the other made-up genders? Practice what you preach, or shut the fuck up and stop preaching it.
Providing education to 62 million girls who don't have access to it.
I'd be more interested in providing education to everybody, and not limiting the availability by gender.
Ending sexual violence.
Yeah, that's a two-way street.
Having women in government, having women CEOs.
Yeah, both of those would be much more likely if these kids weren't being brainwashed into taking gender studies at university. Just a thought.
You know, basic gender equality.
Try saying that again without it dripping with the pure venom of a feminist's attitude problem.
Surprise!
You're probably a feminist.
No, I'm really not. Now, I understand you might not want to pull your head out of your ass in case your weave gets stuck, but even bent over in that position, you must realise everything you're saying is pure grade A bullshit.
Feel free to identify or not identify any way you want.
But if you don't identify as a feminist, get ready for passive-aggressive, snarky videos by substandard media outlets. And of course, outright aggression by those feminazis that obviously don't represent feminism.
But if you say you're not a feminist, at least understand what the term actually means.
If you call yourself a feminist, at least attempt to live by the guidelines it sets out. I base my opinions on what I see people do, not what others have told me they've done.
And if you think that you're a humanist,
Ziva, we gotta go. We just don't have time for this today.
She's right. Better not throw stones in that ragged old glass house of yours. I get that this video was supposed to be some kind of feminist damage control, but you have no idea what you're doing about anything. So, dear viewers, what everyday situations can you be oppressed by? I was personally triggered when a delivery guy told me to have a nice day, giving me orders and bossing me around. I'm not your whore, patriarchy. And as always, thank you for your time.